Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is my most recent KAE's haul from her sale that she had in July. So let's get started. I grabbed 18 clams and 8 customs. So a little bit about KAE's. KAE's is owned by Carla Meredith, and I'm not sure if Connie owns a portion of the company too, but Carla is the main contact person for KAE's. KAE's offers clams and customs any time of the year, any day. You can go on there and blend your heart's delight. I really like supporting KAE's. Carla is just a fantastic lady. Very, she's transparent. She communicates beautifully. She's always there to help you with blends and helping you describe what does this one smell like compared to this one. And Carla is just she's a fantastic lady. I usually buy from KAE's a couple of times a year, but my biggest order of the year usually is when she does her sale in the summer. I think last year she had it around the 4th of July, and this year I think it was a little bit later in July, if I'm remembering right. I've had this order for several weeks. I had some personal issues happening where I wasn't really feeling like filming, but I did put my order in pretty early on the day that the sale opened, so I was one of the first ones to get my order. But I'm just getting around now to filming this, so let's jump ahead into the wax. So I'll do the clams first. I really took advantage of all of the new blends that Carla's offering. Now she's always adding oils to her collection and pouring them all the time. And then there were a couple of these I've had before that are just fantastic, and several I've had my eyes on. But when I order from KAE, I want to order a substantial amount of stuff. I don't want to just order 2 or 3 clams. I mean, I've got to make my shipping worthwhile. So I have a mixture in here of a few fall, a few Christmas, a few non-seasonal, and then I have my customs. So first of all, Fall Bounty. I believe this was a new blend offered. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, zucchini bread, and peanut brittle. I mean, come on. If you like any of those blends, any of those oils, I should say, this one is right up your alley. I have had something similar to this. In fact, I think every vendor out there at some point has poured zucchini bread, pumpkin peanut brittle, or just plain peanut brittle and pumpkin pecan waffles. I mean, they can be blended. Those 3 oils can be blended with anything and everything under the sun. This would even be good with coffee too. Oh, that's another good blend. Fall Bounty with espresso. Oh, see, it's just, I love that I have an opportunity to hop onto KAE's website and order custom whenever I want. I really, really, really like that we have that as an option in the wax world here. Next, this is Red Plum Baklava. This is honey and butter, phyllo pastry, nuts, cinnamon, and plums. I was intrigued by this because there isn't much baklava out there in the wax world. I love baklava. It's super hard to make, and I've attempted it once and I won't again. But I can appreciate it in wax form. So I like a little bit of the honey. I really like the plum. I really like the plum with the nut. I really, really, really am just really into, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I looked over to the side there. I'm really into stuff like this. I love honey. I love butter, nuts, plums. Sign me up. And this is great. I really, really like that one. Next is Always on My Mind. This is a house blend. Fall Bounty is a house blend also. Red Plum Baklava is a single oil. This one I have looked at several times in the past, and now, since I'm making an order, I figured now it's time. This is Black Opium, which is a perfume, with rosebud, ylang ylang, jasmine, and almond. Ylang ylang, of course, is a flower. Jasmine is a flower. And almond, rosebud. I mean, I love rosebud. Rosebud is so good. And Black Opium is addictive. If you've never smelled Black Opium, go into a department store, go to the ladies' counter, and I believe it's is it Yves Saint Laurent? I think that's who makes Black Opium. But it's been around forever, for decades, and it's addictive, and it's timeless. So I wanted to get this one. This is a good one. It's sexy, it's sultry, it is what are you wearing kind of a thing. It just draws you in my opinion at least. Next is Old World Christmas. Now, I believe I tried to order this one last year during the sale, and she refunded me because it was sold out. So I thought, if it's meant to be, I'll get it this year. And here it is. This is sweet fruit and floral, cinnamon and clove. This is really similar to, what is it called? Holiday Splendor or Christmas Splendor, I think it's called. This is similar to that. So if you like that type, I have that, actually have that. I've ordered from KAE's around here somewhere. I don't think I got it in this order. I think I purchased it in a previous order. But Christmas Splendor and this, they're all just that, the clove, the cinnamon, the rich Christmas holiday spices, those scents, you know, I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to cough. I have something in my throat, but this, I really, really like this. I would even melt this all year long. I don't want to just, you know, have to stick to seasonal stuff. I melt stuff whenever it strikes my fancy, I melt it. Next is Lego My Eggnog. This is a new one. This is a house blend. And always on my mind is a house blend. Old World Christmas is a single oil. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, pumpkin caramel, and eggnog. Now, eggnog, I also got her eggnog right here. I wanted to try her eggnog compared to other vendors out there that I've had eggnog from. And this one here, I like that it's not necessarily all pumpkin pecan waffles. Pumpkin pecan waffle oil can take over a blend because it's so strong. But there's a good balance of eggnog oil in here and pumpkin caramel, because I'm not getting that sweet, sticky pecan waffle experience that one gets from pumpkin pecan waffles. I like that the eggnog is here. And the reason why I know that is because I wanted to get her eggnog by itself and also in this blend, so I could really see how dominating that eggnog is. And the eggnog is vanilla, amaretto, rum, butter, milk, and sugar. Now, I know some people don't really like a boozy eggnog. I don't mind it. I like a creamy eggnog or a boozy eggnog. I don't discriminate any eggnog. I love eggnog. So this one, even though it does have the amaretto and the rum in here, I'm really not getting a sharp booze note from this. I'm getting more of a creamy, maybe a little hint of booze, but it's not pungent or super strong to my nose, at least. I like this one. I got this to blend, you know, and also to see exactly how strong her eggnog is. That is a single oil, of course. Caramel pecan roll. I think this was another new one. This is a house blend. Salted caramel, toasted pecans, and roasted marshmallow cream. I love caramel, so I love salted caramel. Salted caramel, there's many caramel oils out there in the wax world, I believe, and not all of them are the same. I love a good salted caramel. There's just something with sea salt and caramel that is just so comforting and satisfying. This here, the pecans, the caramel, this kind of reminds me of a praline, you know, a praline that from the South. Sugar, butter, pecans, you know, pralines are fantastic. The best pralines I ever had was in the Atlanta airport last year when I flew back to see my family, and I flew back on the connecting flight. I brought pralines home in my bag, and I ate them for several days, and they were so good. This reminds me of that. It also has a little bit of almost a popcorn or a kettle corn vibe I'm getting from this, but I think it's probably just the salted caramel with the pecans, that if I had to guess. Next is Santa's Pajamas. This is another house blend. This is pine cones, snickerdoodle, and autumn flannel. This one, I took it out of my cart and then I put it back in. I wasn't quite sure I wanted to get this one because I really, you know, snickerdoodle is cinnamon sugar cookies basically, and I wasn't quite sure if I really wanted to dive into that with flannel, honestly, but I went for it. And this one, it's interesting because the first thing that hits my nose is that pine cone. I'm not really getting too much of a bakery kick from this, and I'm not really getting flannel, but a lot of KAE's oils and her blends come alive on warm, and I actually prefer to melt my KAE's in a tea light warmer because I feel that little bit of extra heat just makes those oils just bloom a little bit more. So this one I'll definitely put in my tea light warmers. Some of the other stronger ones, you know, her zucchini breads, pumpkin pecan waffle blends, those can be used in pretty much any type of warmer. The only ones I can attest to are hot plate warmers, Sensi Accord, and tea light warmers. Those are the only types I have in my home. I haven't had bulb warmers for years. I will never buy one again. They just do not work with a lot of vendor wax in my experience. I had one way back when I first started melting vendor wax, and it went into the giveaway box because it just wasn't going to work for me anymore. So I find just with my experience, especially some of the lighter blends just need that little bit of extra heat that the tea light can provide. That's my experience. So that's Santa's Pajamas. Next, I got this one because I've purchased this one before. Carla is one of the only vendors who has oil of Olay. I know, I'm crazy like that, but I love oil of Olay. That was one of the first creams my mom started me out on when I started skincare, 30 years ago, when I started my skincare routine. Oil of Olay. My mom has used Olay, and several of my aunts, and I just associate that smell with a lot of my female family members. And this one here, it just is iconic pink Olay cream. And this, I smell this and I am taken back to my Aunt Barbara's house and a couple of my other aunts and my mom, and especially this really smells like my Aunt Barbara because I spent a lot of time at her home growing up, and she had all of her on her vanity in her bathroom. She had one of the old fashioned mirrors, some of the antique websites or even shows, people used to put their perfume bottles on a mirror so it would reflect off, just as a decoration. She has that still in her bathroom. She's in her late 80s, so remember that. She's always had that in her bathroom. She still has that in her bathroom, and Olay cream was part of that. So when I was a little kid, there, of course, playing around in creams and such, I wasn't wasteful or anything like that, but put a little bit of cream on your face and act like you're older and all of that stuff. And I just remember my Aunt Barbara always had Olay. So my mom has used Olay from time to time. I've used Olay in my life, and a lot of other of people I know personally have it. So I bought this not only because it smells nice, but because it's personal to me. So that's why I got Olay. So scent is so powerful. Next is Jazz Club. This is a house blend. This is tobacco leaf and amber, sandalwood, and Egyptian musk. Egyptian musk is so good. I used that in one of my customs, actually. Egyptian musk is strong. It's not for everybody, but I wanted to get this one. We have a little bit of glitter in here. I've had my eye on this for quite some time. I love tobacco blends. I love tobacco leaf, tobacco, however many, Cuban tobacco, regular tobacco. Carla has several on her site. We were actually talking about tobacco because I used it in one of my blends also. I like that fresh cut tobacco scent, the sweet scent of tobacco. Even cigar, Cuban cigars, same thing to me. Although sometimes some cigars can be a little bit sweeter than some tobaccos. But this here is so nice because it's not too much tobacco, not too much amber, not too much Egyptian musk, and not too much sandalwood. They're all blended seamlessly. I love this. I love this. I would buy this in a larger size. I really would. This is everything I wanted it to be. Next one, Baby Magic. Another crazy one, I know. I love the smell of baby lotion. I always have. Baby Magic in particular. This is the iconic soft powder baby wash scent. I love it. I actually have Baby Magic cream in one of my bathrooms here. I have our master bathroom, and then the second bathroom is my bathroom, really, and it's in there. And I I've caught Marty using it from time to time on his legs. So I'm like, aha, he likes baby magic too. You know, this, it smells just like baby magic. You know, it's really, it's that powdery baby powder or powder scent that I got this because I love it. I love it too. So that's the same thing with Olay, but just more for me, you know, not necessarily something that reminds me of something. Jet Set Janet. This is a house blend. This is Swedish Dream Salt, Black Opium, and Caress. Okay, Caress. I went through a phase in my life where I used nothing but Caress. I know that there's many varieties of Caress now, but the original, I can't remember what it's called. The apricot colored one, the original one that was out for a long time until they, you know, developed their line a little bit further. I love Caress. So what I was hoping, Swedish Dream Salt is strong. Black Opium is strong, but I really, really like that I can get those notes of Caress. Now I'm going to have to go to the store and buy either, I started out using a bar of Caress soap. Why? My Aunt Barbara. My Aunt Barbara is another thing she used to use. So I find a lot of these soapy blends take me back to my youth, and I really, really like that. And the Caress, I have to go to the store now and buy another bar of Caress or a bottle of Caress body wash just to reminisce, I suppose, in the shower. But this I love. It's going to be, it's fresh, it's spa-like, it's relaxing, it's good for spring, summertime. This, I like this. I like the blend name, Jet Set Janet, you know, kind of like Calgon, take you away, get on a jet and just get out of here kind of a thing. I like that. If that's what the name means, that's what it means to me, at least. On Blueberry Hill. Another house blend. This is a new one. This is vanilla butter fudge, blueberry cobbler, and zucchini bread. Hello, sign me up. Love blueberry and zucchini bread together. Yep, that is good. That is A+. I really love vanilla butter fudge. To me, it's very rich. It gives a layer of depth, and it's creamy and ooey gooey without, you know, adding necessarily another bakery note. It's just a richness, a depthness. I like that whoever developed this blend chose to use that versus something like vanilla bean Noel or even vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. The vanilla butter fudge is a little richer, so it just bumps up the decadence of this. Love this one. So, so good. Strawberry bread. Now, strawberry bread is fantastic. This is warm bakery, vanilla, strawberry, and a hint of spice. Strawberry bread, other vendors have strawberry bread oil, and I've had many blends with it. I love strawberry. I can never stop melting strawberry. I always have it. It's in some form in my melting tote. I got this because I ordered Carla's strawberry sampler earlier this year. I do have a video on my channel if you're interested in the review of all the strawberry blends, or I should say strawberry oils that Carla poured for that sampler. What her intent was with that was to offer all of her strawberry oils, so really we could tell which ones we want to buy more of, which ones we don't really care for, which ones would blend better, and I really like that she did that. I snapped that up as soon as it went on live because I knew it would sell out, and it did. So I really like this strawberry bread. I don't remember if this was part of the sampler or not, but if it is, I've used it because I don't have it anymore. I only have a few of the strawberry ones left from the sampler, but I had to buy this because I love strawberry bread. That's all there is to it. Danny's Hearth. This one has a lot of attention in the group and, you know, just in general because it's a fantastic scent. This is my first time actually smelling this, and Danny's a fantastic blender. You know, she loves KAEs. She's very active in the group. She gives blend suggestions and she orders customs. And, you know, KAE has taken, when I say KAE, I mean Carla, but you know what I mean. Carla has taken a lot of Danny's blends and made them house blends because they're so wonderful. This is lavender, crackling fire, mac apple, marshmallow fireside, and palo santo. So all of those oils together. It's lightly mac apple, But what I really like with this one, I don't know if Carla or Connie blended this one back whenever this blend was a new one, but I love that the Mac Apple did not dominate the scent. And I really think that's something Carla and I were actually talking about too. The Mac Apple is, you know, it will overpower anything it's in if it's not blended well. I like that you can still smell the lavender in here. You can smell the Mac Apple. Mac Apple and lavender are beautiful together. I like that you can smell a little bit of the Palo Santo, but it still keeps that lavender Mac Apple vibe. And then you have a little bit of sweetness from the Marshmallow Fireside. And then I'm sure when this is warmed up and going that you will smell more of that smokiness from the fire. That's what I'm hoping. I really like this one. Bravo on that one, Danny. This is one I've had before. This is Banana Bake. This is a house blend. This is fantastic. 15 out of a 10. Love this blend. I should have actually bought this in a bigger size, but I wanted to reserve those just for my customs. This is banana nut bread, bananas flambe, and zucchini bread. This is killer. I love this blend. This is one of the best banana bakery blends I have smelled. And it's so good. It's comforting. It's got a little bit of spice, but it has the richness of the bananas, the nuts that are there. It's almost like you're baking or you know, you're preparing the banana bread yourself, putting it in the oven, letting it bake, and then when you open the oven door, those aroma just wafts out at you. And that's really what this does to me. I love this one. A couple more clams here. This is Autumn Crunch. Autumn Crunch is a house blend of apple caramel, zucchini bread, and pumpkin peanut brittle. So the same as, I think, Fall Bounty, except we have apple caramel or caramel apple versus the pumpkin pecan waffles. This one, oh man, I love that too. You get the richness and the peanutty kick of the pumpkin peanut brittle. Then you have the zucchini bread there, of course. KAE has a really good zucchini bread oil. And then the caramel apple. I love caramel apple. I have a couple caramel apple blends in here coming up, but this is great. So if you like any of these notes here, give this one a try if you have it. It's so good. And finally, this is spiced honey and tonka. I thought I bought a couple of the tobacco clams, but I must have decided not to. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. I wanted to just try. Carla has a couple of new tobacco single clams available that I was going to try, but next time. This is spiced honey and tonka. Tobacco leaf, oud, wood, tonka, honey, and spice. I love honey blends. Honey is becoming something that I want more of in my melting experience. So I'm gravitating, you know, there are things we all go through, you know, we're constantly evolving with what we like and what we don't like. At least the friends I've made over the 2.5 years I've been in the wax community. You know, something I liked at the beginning of my wax experience is Fruit Loops. I haven't bought anything with Fruit Loops in it for almost a year. It's Fruit Loops. It's what it is. I really am wanting more. I just don't want something like that. There's nothing against Fruit Loops and those of you that like Fruit Loops, but I've evolved from that. You know, if I have something with Fruit Loops in it, it's like, oh, it's okay, but it's not shaking me like some of these other blends I've recently brought into my life, you know, from the wax world. This here is fantastic. I love tobacco, I love honey, and I love them together. I wanted to get this because I really wanted to see what this smelled like alone so I could blend with this. This is beautiful. It has a little bit of honey. I know honey isn't for everybody, but honey gives a sweetness that can't necessarily be duplicated by anything else. It's not just straight sugar. I mean, it's naturally made by bees, so it's not man-made. It is natural. It's something that gives a richness and a almost innocence to a blend, in my opinion. So I really like this. I love tonka. Tonka is the umami to me of the wax world and oils. It just gives a little something that if it's not there, you know it's missing, but you can't really identify exactly what it is. It's like the mushroom. That's how I explain it to somebody who you know, who asks me. It's like, you know if a mushroom's in a dish, but you also know if it's not there. You know, you just that savoriness of the mushroom. That's tonka to me in the wax world. Okay, here's my customs. A couple of these I ordered because of everybody posting in the group and seeing your orders and just which ones you keep repurchasing and which ones are outstanding. And I'll kick it off with one of those blends here. Gilly. I do not remember who created this blend. This is Wildflower Honey, Beach, and Sunset Heat. I know that Danny was involved with this. Either she's ordered it a mess of times or she created this. But Carla, I saw somebody post this. And I hadn't submitted, actually, I submitted 2 orders. I did my clams first because I didn't want them to sell out because of the issue I had with one of the clams last year. And I made my customs order last because I knew that I needed to take a little bit of extra time in really deciding what oils I wanted to use. And if you guys know me personally, you know I'm always buying my stuff last minute anyways. I pre-order on the last day. You know, I like to take my time in that way. But Gilly, somebody created this blend in the KAE group, and I had to try it because I was really, honey, wildflower honey. It is just something that speaks to me. I love honey. And Beach is Bobbi Brown type. Beach is a strong, strong, strong fragrance, but it's beautiful. It's definitely summer. And Sunset Heat, I really haven't had much experience with it, but I Googled it, and it's a perfume that is now, I don't think it's made anymore. But I thought, yeah, I can do that. And I ordered it, and I really, really like it. It's very, very hard to describe, though. It's just something you kind of have to smell. I hate saying that because I really try to elaborate and go into detail and just try to describe these to you guys so it helps you, you know, make your purchasing decisions. This is it's unique, but it's sexy. It's summery. It is beautiful. It's just something that is very welcoming. And I think it's probably a combination of the Sunset Heat. I don't remember all the notes that are in Sunset Heat, but they complement the Wildflower Honey and they complement the Beach very, very well. So if you're interested in this one, just look up in the group and you can see all the times this has been talked about and posted. There is I think it's 50%. I think it's 50% Beach, 30% Sunset Heat, 20% Wildflower Honey, but I could have those ratios mixed up. But there's a formula to this one. But Carla knows this very, very well. That I did not name this Gilly. That's the name of the blend. So, you know, she does charge $1 for us to name our blends anymore because she does have to take the time to make the label just for us, and versus printing off a whole entire page of labels that she can use for blends or blends that have multiple fragrances. So Gilly, whoever Gilly is, this is a beautiful blend, whoever created this. So thank you to that person. Okay, next one. This is beautiful, first of all, the marbling effect. And I don't know if that's Carla's touch or Connie's touch. I'm not sure. I know Carla did blend a few of these ones I'm going to be talking about, just because a lot of them are complex, and I love a good complex scent. So I talked to her quite a bit about this. This one here is Leaves, Caramel Popcorn, and Apple Harvest. I did notice, I think that she tweaked the oils that she used on this a little bit, because I think I actually asked for caramel apple versus caramel popcorn, but she might have chose to use a different apple oil. I don't remember now what we talked about, but this is Leaves, Caramel Popcorn, and Apple Harvest. And I like this. This is a caramel apple, little bit of popcorn, a little bit of that kettle corn experience, and Leaves, Bath & Body Works type Leaves, that is there in the background. But I really like, I told her I wanted the caramel apple to be a little bit more dominant because I know Leaves is so strong. She did it perfectly. I love this. These have been curing for several weeks, so these are ready to go for the most part. Like I said, I've had this order, I just haven't been able to film. I really, really like this. I'm going to be melting this in the next month or so because it's fall time, and that's my second custom. Next, we'll stick with apple. This is Beach Nights, green apple, and caramel popcorn. There's somebody in the group, and her name is Amber, and there's several Ambers out there in the wax world, and I don't want to say her last name. I think I know who it is, but if that person watches my channel, and I think they do, she will know who she is. I got this because she said this is one of the best Beach Nights blends she's had. Carla does have a really good Beach Nights oil, so I've had it before. I've bought it in a clam in the past because not all Beach Nights are created equal, and it's a good one. So this is Beach Nights, green apple, and caramel popcorn. So what this one smells like to me is, I mean, Beach Nights is one of those unicorn oils. They can be blended with a lot of stuff. So I was thinking, I really haven't had Beach Nights with caramel popcorn or apple before. So I went for it, and I am happy because, first of all, look at that vibrant green. I mean, that's a sexy green. This one is caramel popcorn, a little bit of green apple. It's not as heavy caramel apple as the leaves blend I just talked about, but the oils are different. That's an apple harvest. This is a green apple. So green apple is Granny Smith to my nose. I love Granny Smith. It's my favorite apple. That caramel popcorn is there, but it's blended seamlessly with the apple. And the Beach Nights, I get a little hint of it, but I know it's going to come alive on warm because I know that when I melted the clam I had of just plain Beach Nights, it smells fantastic on cold, but when it's warmed up and those oils bloom, that's when it really flies. So I am excited for that one. Next, I'll talk about the complex one last. This next one here, this was just, I don't want to say a wild card because the last blend I'll talk about was more of my wild card, what I was going for. This one here, I wasn't sure I was going to actually even use any of these oils, but I was looking at somebody else's, post of the blends that they created, and I thought, white pumpkin amber. That's something I'm extremely interested in because I love amber and I love white pumpkin. The white pumpkin I'm talking about and was thinking about is the Bath & Body Works version, which is one of my favorite fall scents is white pumpkin. So I chose to make this one, this beautiful, vibrant orchid color. This is white pumpkin amber, snowflakes and cashmere, and pomegranate. Now don't ask me, I saw white pumpkin amber, and I knew I wanted to add a little bit. I knew basically what that would smell like. Even though I haven't necessarily smelled that oil, I know what amber smells like, and I know what white pumpkin smells like. It's going to have a little bit of a spicy, not necessarily bakery spicy, but just a little bit of spiciness to it. And I wanted to add a little bit of comfort, a little bit of cashmere to it. So I was looking through, and I had Marshmallow Fireside for a while with this blend, but then I saw Snowflakes and Cashmere. Snowflakes and Cashmere is Bath & Body Works, and yes, it's a body care, but it also, I felt, could mix well with this because it has enough integrity that it can be mixed well and take that body-esque quality out of the oil, if that makes sense. And pomegranate. Now, why I chose pomegranate is in season in the fall and the winter, and it's a rich, bold, juicy fruit. I love pomegranate. So I thought versus, I don't really remember what else I used, what I thought about instead of pomegranate, but I really went to pomegranate because I knew I wanted to add a fruity component to this. Carla actually told me of all of my customs, this one is her favorite because, I don't know what her reason is. She just told me this one was her favorite. So this one here, the pomegranate kicks you right away. Pomegranate is bold, rich, juicy. It's in the same category as cherry juice. Not necessarily cherries or anything that's pistachio cherry, but cherry juice. You can buy cherry juice at the grocery store. It's a rich, a lot of people use it for sleeping or for joint pain. You know, it's used like that. Cherry juice isn't something that we really necessarily drink all the time, but just trying to, they even sell pomegranate juice in, you know, the produce department at grocery stores. It's the same, this is the same flavor family, I should say. This, I'm getting the amber in the second sniff here. And the snowflakes in cashmere it's soft, it's powdery, it's cashmere. It's not ever going to be a super powerhouse. I am going to get this warming because I really am interested on how this is going to bloom when it's warmed up. So this is one of the ones I'm most proud of in this bunch, because I thought, I don't know, it's unique, it's different, it's me, and I'm really proud of this one. If I must say, I try not to toot my horn all that much, but if that one is what I think it's going to be on warm, I'm going to reorder that again because it's fantastic. Okay, next, this is a good one. This is nutmeg and spice, apple clove butter, vanilla butter fudge, and sweet and creamy. Now, why I chose to put the sweet and creamy in there, sweet and creamy is sweetened condensed milk. It's cream. It's kind of in the same department as vanilla butter fudge, but I wanted to make it extra creamy because I know nutmeg and spice and apple clove butter can be strong, especially because they both have those strong spices, nutmeg, clove, all those quintessential fall spices. This one, Carla said, was fantastic too, and she's right. I really like, when I first smelled these, when I first got them, they're fresh. So they really hadn't had a chance to develop their scent profiles all that much. So I haven't sniffed these since I got my order. And when I opened it and smelled it then. So a lot of these ones I'm able to give a little bit more of a better impression to you because they're curing a little bit more. The first one I smell here is nutmeg and spice. And that apple clove butter. I wanted to go with that. I was looking at another apple, I can't remember what it is now. And that's originally why I reached out to Carla. I said, hey, I'm thinking about this oil or this oil. Are they similar? And she actually said, you know, they're actually quite different. But I thought to go with the apple clove butter because I wanted to use nutmeg and spice. Nutmeg and spice has been talked about quite a bit in the group. Just because I don't order doesn't mean I'm not snooping around. I do that a lot with groups. And I wanted to add enough creaminess because I know sometimes a scent can be too strong and too dominating, especially when you have two spicy blends. Not necessarily spicy as in ginger spicy or something with cinnamon in it, hot cinnamon or regular cinnamon. But I wanted to have enough creaminess to it so it wasn't too just chaotic, if that makes sense. I needed to have a little bit of balance in there. This is so good. This is fall. This is October. This is yummy, 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 yummy. I am proud of this blend too. I must say, oh, I love this. I'm so, thank you, Carla, for offering this fantastic sale to us. I know you guys, I think you hit record numbers with your sales you received. And I'm so happy that you guys have the success that you have because you are a professional, classy lady and very helpful, and you deserve all the success. So thank you for making this one come alive too. Thank you. Okay, I have 3 more here. This next one here, this is one I played around with a couple of the oils in here, especially the last oil, but I knew I wanted to have something with this combination. This is Boom Boom Cream, warm vanilla sugar, Egyptian musk, and tobacco vanille. That's Tom Ford. Tobacco vanille is one of my favorite fragrances. It's sultry, it's sexy, it's smoky, it's addictive, it's expensive. So I wanted Boom Boom Cream because Boom Boom Cream not only is great standalone, it's fantastic blended with anything. And warm vanilla sugar is actually one of my favorite vanillas to use. Even though it's a body fragrance, it's Bath and Body Works, and it has that body-esque to it. If you smell warm vanilla sugar, it's been around for decades. Most of us out there have smelled it. It's warm, it's comforting, it's inviting, it's for the colder months, at least in my opinion. And Egyptian musk I wanted to use because I love Egyptian musk. And I think Carla is one of the only vendors really that has Egyptian musk that that I've seen. Because Egyptian musk is not necessarily for everybody. But when it's used and blended properly, it's beautiful fragrance. It really, really is. And tobacco vanille. I was going back and forth. That's how I know about the tobaccos that Carla was working on, because I knew I wanted to add a tobacco part to it, but I wasn't quite sure what oil I wanted to use. But then I thought about tobacco vanille. Tobacco vanille it's multifaceted. It has tobacco and amber and a little bit of fruity to it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And I thought if I put it into this is exactly what I wanted this to be too. Oh man, I love, there's so many of us in the wax community that are amazing blenders. And you really have to not be afraid to think outside the box and just try it. And Carla will message you and tell you, this really isn't working. Let's try this or this or this. She doesn't want to make a bad product and have you hate it, and then you're out of money and she's out of product, and it's just a waste of time. So I really like that Carla will reach out to you and make suggestions. This one here it's everything I wanted it to be. And this tobacco vanille is in the forefront because that is a beautiful fragrance. I get a little bit of the warm vanilla sugar, a little bit of that caramel-esque vanilla that has. And then the Egyptian musk, it's there, but it's not super dominant because it's super strong. But I know that it warms up very, very beautifully. So that will come out on warm. And Boom Boom Cream, when I first smelled this one, I smelled just Boom Boom Cream. But now the tobacco vanille's coming out, and the Egyptian musk and the warm vanilla sugar. So this one, I love this one too. I wasn't really going to order from KAE this year. And I certainly wasn't going to order any customs. I thought I was just going to stick to Clams, if anything. But I thought, she doesn't do this other than once a year. And the sale was on customs too. So I figured, why not? Now's the time. Next is another one that I am super excited for, proud of, and all that stuff. This is Baby Soft, Rosebud, and Madagascar Vanilla. If you watch my channel and you watch any of my body care videos, there's another vendor out there who not collaborate, that's the wrong word. She's going to be doing custom body products. And she reached out to me and sent, you can just watch the video if you're interested in it. This blend here were 3 oils that I picked for one of the products that she made for me. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. She actually told me that she's, back when she sent it to me and she was making it, she said it is fire with like 5 fire emojis. It was fantastic. I love rose. I have always loved rose. Rose is my favorite flower fragrance. In real life, roses, real roses, and in wax, and in home fragrance and body fragrance and such. I love rose. I've never been afraid of floral in that regard. Love roses. Baby Soft is, of course, the fragrance from the 90s. I think everybody's smelled or loves Baby Soft. I know I had it. And Madagascar Vanilla. Now, Madagascar Vanilla is a different type of vanilla because, of course, it's Madagascar. It's only found on Madagascar. It's richer. Bath & Body Works had a version of it. It's retired, and I don't think you can even get it online. You used to be able to get retired ones online, but I don't even know if you can anymore. Madagascar Vanilla just is a different type of vanilla. It's not bakery vanilla. It's not sweet vanilla. It's a sophisticated vanilla. So what I was going for with this was the wax version of the cream that was made for me. So this one is gorgeous. This is beautiful. It's soft. The beautiful experience right now that I'm getting, I know that sounded weird, but trying to think of how to describe this. The Rosebud and the Baby Soft, just powdery rose with a little bit of sophisticated vanilla to it. I love this. I love this. This is feminine. It's beautiful, delicate, dainty. Just, I can't stop sniffing it. I really can't. I love this one. I love this one. Oh, I love this one. It's so good. And oh, I would order this one again too. I really would. Carla and Connie, you did a fantastic job on bringing these to life, really. Now for my problem child. Not really, but I love summer linen. Summer linen is a laundry oil, and it's one of my favorites. It has, I think it's linen, cotton linen, something like that. White peach, coconut, and lavender. That's summer linen. It's one oil. I wanted to make a blend with summer linen in it, but I wasn't necessarily sure how I wanted to blend it. I didn't want it to be just straight laundry. I wanted it to be sophisticated laundry and different. So these are my notes, and 3 of the 4 of these are beautiful together, but the summer linen is the bad boy of the group. This is summer linen, crackling fire, tobacco leaf and amber, another tobacco, and marshmallow fireside. And Carla and I talked a bit on this one. The summer linen doesn't necessarily work beautifully with the other 3. She said the tobacco leaf, the marshmallow fireside, and the crackling fire were fantastic together. But I wanted to experiment. I wanted to try something. You know, I'm not afraid of that. I really wanted to try it. So she had to blend this one a couple of times. It's different, but the end product, especially since it's cured now, I like this. I am satisfied with this, and I know this combination is not for everybody. So I'm not suggesting that you try this one unless you're crazy like me and you want to be different. So the summer linen in here is dominant because summer linen, even though she just put a drop in, it's strong. This is smoky summer linen. So if you've smelled summer linen, add some fire to it. Smoky, charcoal, embers, whatever you want. A little bit of smoke, a little bit of sweetness from the marshmallow fireside, and a touch of tobacco and amber. This is complicated, I know it is, but the true test will be when I warm this. What does it smell like in my home? But right now on cold, it's smoky laundry. I know. But hey, I had to get one bad boy. You know, we all like a bad boy now and again. So those are my customs. And now the samples, and I'm almost done with this video. The samples that Carla and Connie sent. I have one more sample that I have already melted. It's eggnog, but we already talked about eggnog, so that's okay. This first one is rich plum. And this one, when I saw these samples, I said, ooh, plum. I love plum. Plum is such an underrated stone fruit. It is so good. It's rich. It's hearty. It blends well. So this one here, it's juicy. It's like a plum. It has a little bit more in it. I'm getting a little bit of currant. I don't know if currant is in here. I don't know what the notes are to this one, but I really like this. It's juicy. It's plummy. I know you kind of, plum is hard to describe. It smells like plum flesh if you bite into a plum, and it just doesn't really taste like anything else. It's just, it's a stone fruit of its own. You know how kind of peaches and nectarines are similar? Plum to me is not. It's definitely in a class of its own, and that's okay. Limoncello cream. Now, I was going to buy this one in a clam, but I actually put it out for, I can't remember which one I needed to reel it in somewhere. So, limoncello cream. But I opened this bag up and it just wafted up into my nose. So, this is a strong, strong, strong boy. Now, this one here, limoncello is, of course, Italian liqueur. It's lemon, it's like lemon curd. It's strong. It's not... It's fresh, but not aquatic, not spa fresh, not clean fresh. It's juicy. It's lemon. It wakes you up. It's creamy. I like this. I would buy this. This would be beautiful, in my opinion, blended with zucchini bread, because lemon and zucchini bread go together beautifully. I really, really, really like this. I am already thinking of more customs, but I need to be good. No, no, no. Next is the Nutcracker. And I love these little teddy bears. Look at how cute those are. I love the teddy bears. This is sugar plum, frosted berries, berry mousse, and vanilla cashmere. This is, I'm already gonna like this because it has berry mousse in here. I love a good berry scent. Berries are so good to me. I would rather have berries over anything, any other fruit out there. I like this. It's kind of light on cold right now, but sometimes berry scents need a little bit of heat to get going, and plus it has vanilla cashmere, and anything with vanilla in it just takes a little extra time to cure. But I'll melt these probably. I want to wait till Christmas because it's the Nutcracker. I'll do that. And finally, the last one is frosted pine cones. This one has quite a following. It's popular in a lot of other vendors out there, and this, I'm not really super in love with pine anymore. Another way, you know, we evolve through what we like, you know, one day, and maybe next month you don't really want anything to do with it. This is pine. I really prefer cedar as my favorite wood smell. And I like pine, but if it's blended very, very well with something else. I've had a lot of pine. When I was younger, and I just had candles and stuff, I really went to town with Yankee balsam and cedar, and I think I burned myself out really on heavy pine. So that's why now my nose just is been there, done that. And I I really want something different. So this frosted pine cones, I like this because it has a little bit of balance between just necessarily straight pine, and it's got other stuff going in here. I don't remember all the notes that are in frosted pine cones, but this, people have been blending this with bakery. I've seen that, and I could do that too. So we'll see how this one goes. But that is my KAE's order from her fantastic sale that she offered to us. And I will get melting on some of these and give some feedback in the next few months. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day. And I'll see you soon.